Okay, good evening everyone. Today we will see a range function and using that range function and loops. Uh, we will be uh, coding multiple exercises, maybe three today. Few of them are very easy and one is like a project. Yeah. So in the day 18, the range function is a built-in function. I think we have already seen this in before classes, we are going into deep how to use the range function and multiple exercises related to this. So here generally range function will generate numbers depending on the size we have given. So it's like we will be giving start, stop, and the increment. We can actually increment uh, number of if you want to increment by 2 or 3 then we will give the step size. So by default it is like 1, but if you want to print only even numbers or odd numbers or which are I meant to say you want to print a sequence where the difference is 3 or 4 between the numbers, then we will actually use this a step uh, argument. So generally the range function will take three arguments: start, stop, and number. So if the argument is not passed to a range, like a start argument is not passed, if you have given only a range of 10, generally it will print all the numbers from 0 to 9 actually. The index will start from 0. So the range function is very useful if you want to generate any series like functions, and range function is not only used for numbers but we can create lists also, like so for example let me take a range demo. I don't import anything, so because it's a built-in function I'm not importing anything. So here we are generating a sequence of 1 to 11. So I meant to say 1 to 10. So it actually like 1 to it goes from n to n minus 1, like the maximum of range top value minus 1. So if you don't give this, so if you want to print only like a range of 11, it will start from 0 and then it will go up to 11. So what we want to, if you want to print from 1 to 10 only, then we have to give the start range also, like from when we have to print. So if you print, it will be like a list, but if you want to access each and every element, so if my range time. So now I I just want to run command and full file path. Wait, open, not sure. So now I'm running Python. Okay, it's printing range. Why it's not printing? Okay, let me check. Is it working or not? Okay. So it's okay. We have to convert to list. Sorry. So normally this is generally the function will return. Uh, I want to say the type. We have to let's check the type. What is okay? So it's actually this variable what we are assigning is it's belong to range data type. So that's why it's not directly printing the list. So if you want to convert it into list, so I'm not I will printing the my range also. So I have converted to list, and if you can see it was converted to list. The same example I have given the next. Want a step increment of not 1, but if I give 2, right, then it will print only 1, 3, all the odd numbers, I think. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, all odd numbers. So because we are incrementing by 2. So this is about range function. You can check further and you can do a research on the range functions. It is very useful going forward. We will be seeing multiple uh, exercises as of now, but you can also check for range function exercises. So now I want to like adding of even numbers is exercise. So let's see what are the instructions given. Write a program that calculates sum of all even numbers from 1 to x. If x is 100, then the first even number should be 2 and the last one is 100. Right. important, there should be one console auto and should just print the total amount of every step. So we will start the inputs to take all numbers from 0 to max. So this max of 1000, because if you give more than 1000, it will actually goes on adding, and it will be time consuming. So if I given like 10 as my input, so it's like if so it should be 2 plus 4 6, 6 plus 6 12, 12 plus 8 20, 20 plus 10 30. So the output should be 30. So we can, they have given a hint also, but we will be using range function here. So the next, so again addition of even numbers. So first we will be asking the input from the user. Then till which you want the summation of even numbers. So I will be storing uh, just user number equal to. So here we are asking user to give us the number. So now s- we are implementing this statement actually. So it's like the numbers only to take from 0 to max of 100. So if user number less than 0 or user number greater than 1000, so what we will be doing, print exceeded the range. Less than 1000. So if this any of this condition satisfied, so it will print this message and it will come out of the execution. So but else, now here we have to do our logic. So now what I want the sum of all the even numbers. So let me do, let's take a even sum, a number sum equal to 0. So I am assigning a, I want to say this variable with 0. So actually what I will be doing, I will be incrementing it. So similar to the yesterday's what we have seen the highest score, right? Sorry, the average height, I think. Yeah. So we are actually incrementing the similar way with the student height. So similarly, what we will be doing here for number in range, I'm using range function. So I am starting with 2 because 2 is the first even number, and then I am using user number plus 1. So it's like as I said, it will only increment up to this minus 1, like user number minus the total plus 1 minus 1, the range. So and I am incrementing with 2. So here now what I will be doing, even number sum equal to actually incrementing plus equal to the number, and then I will be printing print even number sum. So here what we did, we actually instead of list we are using range function, and we are giving 2, yeah, as the first number and user number plus 1, and we are step incrementing by 2 because if 2 and then if user has given 10, so the all the even numbers will be having difference 2, right, like 2 4 6 8 like that. So we are actually iterating over like again the similar like 0 plus 2, so the first it will be 2, and then the next loop it's like 2 2 plus 4 it will be 6. So similarly function of even numbers. So let me check if it is working or not. Wait, I will give 10. Okay, sorry. So I have to perform it. So if I see I have given 10 and the output is 30. So let me give 20. So the output will be 110. So this is one way. Uh, if you want, the other way is directly you can use sum. I'm not sure it will. So what I am doing, instead of looping over, actually I am using the sum function and I am using a range function. So to directly get my output. So it's working the perfectly fine if you see. So instead of looping one by one, you can directly use the sum also. So this is like two ways of writing. So uh, either way we will get the output, but so for our understanding purpose, we can use for loops if we don't need for loops, um, and if you are writing any further programs like going forward, so then we will be using similar kind of functions if any requirement comes. Instead of looping over, we directly use the sum function. So any doubts with this? So if not, we will going to next.
No doubt.
Okay. So this is another interesting project what we have done with rock paper scissors. It's like similar kind of thing. So actually I have just if I given 0, so how what it will the input is I want to see because I haven't given. So I think we need to handle if it is 0 also, like. Okay. So in 0 there are no even numbers, so output is 0 only. Cool. So we don't need to handle also. Now going back to program again of his bus. So it's like we used to play like words. So if there are a group of 5 members, then we have to pass the word and we have to repeat the word. Something similar to that, but it's using numbers. So from 1 to 100, we have to like some group stays in circle. Then that number, so starting with 1, it's like 1, 2. The third, if it is 3, it is divisible by 3, right? Then we will say fizz. Instead of 3, we have to say fizz. And then if it is divisible by 5, like 5 will be divisible by 5, then bus. So, but if it is divisible by both 3 and 5, it is like fizz bus. Uh, so you got the syntax right. So if we are standing in a circle, so someone like 5 members starting from 1, the first person should say 1, the second person should say 2, but the third person should say fizz. Instead of 3, you have to say fizz, and the fourth person should say 4, and fifth person should say buzz. So it continues like if it's 6, then 6 is divisible by 3. Then again they have to say fish. If someone haven't said fish, then they got dropped out from the game. So similarly, 6 is divisible by 3, and then 9 is divisible by 3, and then 10 is divisible by 5, and then 12 is divisible by 3. So similarly, so in that here we are writing the same kind of game, but in the programming way. So it's like, so we are not asking any input. So they are saying in the program there is no input, but we have to print in separate line all the 1 to 100, or for example this 1 2, the third will be fish, 4 fifth will be bus, and 6 it is like again fish, and 7 8 9. So if we go to 5 15, then it should be fish bus. So it's again uh, we can use we will be using range function and then we will be using I meant to say if conditions, if else conditions. So that's the conditions, right? If it is divisible by 3 or not, we have to check. If it is divisible by 5 or not, we have to check. And if it is divisible by 3 and 5 or not, and 5, we have to check. So again, another. So I'm taking number equal to 100. So then I want for number in range of. So they are saying it should start from 1 and then it should go to 100, including 100, right? Including 100 since. So we should go to plus 1, and the increment is 1 only. There is no step is not needed. So now we have to check if so number modulus 3 equal to 0 at the same time. So I'm just coming from backwards, so it's easy if you have multiple conditions using logical operators, then you have to write the condition first. And if low 5 equal to 0. So here we are checking the reminders actually. If we have remember the modulus operator is to check the reminder. So if it is divisible or not, we are checking the if condition. Then print bus. Now else if number divided like equal to 0, then we have to print only fish elif number plus 5 equal to 0, then print bus. So in else, if anything else, just we are printing the number. Input number I will give just to differentiate. This bus given. So if we see, I think if it is working or not, let's check. So 1, 2, and the 3 is fish, 4, 5 is bus, and 6 is divisible by 3, and it again fish, fish, fish. So 9 is divisible by 3, fish, bus. uh, 10 is divisible by 5, and 12 is divisible by 3, and then 15, if you check 15, it is divisible by fish, bus. So 100 is divisible by 5 and 99 is divisible by 3. So we got the correct uh, output. So it's very simple problem, but it's nice. So generally for children, they will ask to play this game for remembering of multiplications, divisions properly. So and then any questions in this exercise?
No, sir, it's clear.
So now the main is password generators. So here uh, we will be generating passwords because generally we use normal passwords, but it is not safe to use. So we are writing a program which will generate like combination of letters, symbols, and numbers. All the numbers we will be taking, and then depending on a random function we will be using actually. Like it's like so we will be asking user how many letters you would like in the password, how many symbols, so and how many numbers you would like. So depending on all this, we will be generating a password, and then we will be doing the necessary operations to fill the password. So it's like there are two ways. Again, they have defined the object info and they generate a random password using Python lists and loops to complete the program. So easy version of program is like in the sequence. So if user wants four letters, two symbols, and three numbers, so it's like four letters in this sequence. We got it, and then two symbols, and then three numbers. All right. So similarly, there is another hard version of the program. So where we will be generating a password without I want to say uh, like sequence. So but for this we have to actually do some so now We will start with taking the inputs, asking the input from the user. User letters equal to, and how many? It's like input should be, sorry, in- user password. We can give better name. User password letters and then user password symbols equal to int of input. How many symbols? Right. You'll be asking how many symbols would you like. Okay, take this column and then some. So then numbers, right? How many numbers would you like? So we have created all the inputs. Now for this actually what we need, we have to create a list. So so letters list. So instead of you can copy paste also, like instead of typing, actually I have already in the solution, so I'll be copying pasting that. So what we will be doing, we will be taking all the alphabets like A, B, so like this we will be taking. So so generally these are the symbols, and the 0 to 9 numbers. If you want to use, you can use more symbols also. But as of now, we are using only this. So and then yeah, there is no at the rate. I will be adding. So if you see, we have given all the small and capitals also in the list. Now, how we will be doing is, so we already did the same exercise, like getting using random functions. So if I go back, this one, so if you go back to this banker alert problem, so it's like we have using from random integer using the this thing, right? I meant to say random integer function from the random module. So it will pick up multiple I meant to say any index, and then we will be accessing. So but here what we will be using is like the more advanced random function. But before that, what we will be doing, we will creating an empty password, like empty password string. So we will be here using string concatenation. So the logic will be going here. But we have to select uh, anything, right? So we have to select randomly four. I meant to say four. We have to select four. For example, I am saying instead of I meant to say four, in the sense if user has given four as input, we have to select four random choices in this. So here what we will be doing is we will be writing a for loop for a character in letters list. Yeah, no, sorry. Actually, we will be using the range function, and it should start from. So here, so it's like from 1 to 4, like, so it will loop for 1 to 4, password equal to password. Or somewhere I missed. So okay, we know we have to import random. So for character, mm, so okay, let me see the solution what's pending. So we will be using that. Okay, the choice. Yeah, I'm writing correctly only. random dot. We are using choice function here instead of random integer. A choice is like we can uh, give directly. Sorry, uh, letter list. So here the plus sign why we are using is like because everything is string. If we have defined a string list, everything even numbers we have defined as string. So that we will come as concatenations. So it will do a concatenation. So for this is like from 1 to 4. So it will iterate 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for each and every iteration, like first it's like password is empty. Maybe it will select any one digit, one letter, and then it will say in the next iteration it will select another digit, and it will actually add in the sense if we do a plus b, so the output will be ab. If you do print of a plus b, the output will be ab because the plus sign is used for string concatenation. So similarly, we are using the same here. So so just for our checking purpose, just I'm running this now. Assumption better. So just want 5. So maybe 1, maybe. Oh, sorry. What I'm doing. 5, 1, 2. So it has selected some I, M, G, P, J, depending on my uh, 5. So it has selected 5 characters, and it has concatenated each character. So it's like first two are I, M, and like G, P, J are capitals. You can see. So similarly, the next we will be using the same kind of syntax. So okay, use symbols. It has pass. So so here we are not defining any password here. Actually, we want to concatenate whatever available. So it will again choose symbols. So similarly, so it will choose numbers. And then finally, everything, every symbol also is string, so it will do concatenation. So it's like again I am saying we have given numbers list as strings, so it does concatenation, not any arithmetic operations it will do. So this is again. Okay, sorry. six, two symbols, three letters. So it has generated, if you see, one, two, three, four, five, six, two symbols, three letters, three numbers, yes, I meant to say. FAB, VQT. So, but this will generate in the same pattern. The first, whatever length we have given, it will generate only uh, the letters, and then it will add symbols, and then it will add, uh, I meant to say, numbers. So, but if anyone compromised or hacked to hack your account, it's very easy to crack the passwords because the last digits are very there are very less permutation combinations are available. So if some hacker might know the last digits, the pattern what you are using, then it's a complicated. So here what we have did is very easy, like just we have doing string concatenations. So this is one way of generating, but if you want to generate a pattern which you don't want actually, like the pattern which should not be visible, like the number can be at any position and the symbol can be at any position. Then how we will be doing it is like the similar, I meant to say not. So something it will be similar, but what we will be doing is we will be doing first we will get all the elements in a list, and then actually we do the shuffling. So for this you can Google it or ask Bard how to shuffle the elements. So, so if I list Python. So there will be multiple ways using sorted. Actually, we will be using this shuffle method in the from the random functions. You can use multiple. Later, you can use multiple things, but as of now, we will be using random dot shuffle. So what we will doing, we are actually creating a empty list and similar pattern. What we will do. So here the same thing. So this is like if we are using for a list, if you are using increment operator, right? So it will add elements to that. It is actually equal to a dot append method in list. So dot append is like one by one adding. Appending, I think everyone knows. So it's like appending one after another. So it is similar to when we are using the increment operator for a list. So it will add one by one, like whatever it's selected, it will add one by one. So similarly, we will be doing the same thing here. So now I just want to print password list. So time is completed, I'm not sure. So now But if I want to write the same thing, it's not like it's easy only, right? But we have to shuffle all the elements. So shuffle password list equal to dot shuffle password list. So I'm just printing to show you the list. Then we just after that we just need to do the for loop and concatenate. I'll be giving 6 2 3. Okay, random dot shuffle. It's not working. Okay, I think I have missed the syntax. God, random dot shuffle password list. What I'm missing? So it generally have taken this, but print shuffle dot list. I'm not sure why it is doing. So if it is okay, we don't need to assign. So okay, this shuffle method returns none. So that's why it is not. 5 2 4. So the same, but it's having multiple shufflings if you see it now. So at last, so now what we will be doing, again we will define a password here, similar way. Just we do the concatenations of all the elements in the list. For car in password list, password equal to print our password. So we are using f strings here. So we are iterating over the password list characters, and then we are concatenating all the characters after shuffling it. So here why when we have assigned a variable, right, because the shuffle method returns none, a none return type. So it's not it has returned a none. So that's why instead of assigning variable, you just use the password list instead of doing it automatically shuffle all the lists. So now again on 5, 2, 3. Our password is why it is. I'm doing right.
Link in the for loop, we have concatenated password.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah, thank you. Mm. So we got it. If we want to check whether it is shuffling or not, we can remove this. 7, 2, 3. So actually it is shuffling before shuffling and after shuffling. So any questions? I think it's already about 5 minutes. So just try to check this. I will be uploading all the solutions to GitHub. You can just check and you can write your own also. You can add multiple, maybe another more symbols, maybe, or if you want only capital letters, something you can do.